new semester lurks over the horizons. I've eaten a lot of Skittles today and watched a lot of SpongeBob with Jared. This is the Big Brain Time debate podcast. My name is Seth.
And my name is Jared, and I have a cough, pardon me. Also, R.I.P. Kobe Bryant. Gone too soon.
Yeah.
And his daughter. Very sad.
Yeah.
And I'm Ira. I don't have a cough.
And I'm Seth, and I like coffee. So, have you guys had pets?
I've had pets. I had a cat. She lived to 22.
Dang,
21.
That's pretty good.
Old cat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I have currently had a cat. Going on 6-7 years now.
And I consistently through my life have always had one dog in the house. So that was not a very interesting segue. I was hoping some story would arise from starting that way.
I mean, I want to get a fish because I'm kind of been lonely and living in a single. And, I want to get a fish, Maybe name it, Bob or something like
The
that.
fact that you mentioned the reason is because you're lonely makes me concerned now.
Living in a
For
single
sure,
is
the
very
best.
lonely.
Fish aren't great company.
Am I going to walk past your door listening to you talking to your fish?
I'll be yelling at my fish, really my aggression at my fish. What the heck, Harry? What the heck?
You made the audio a little loud there.
Harry? Why did I get a D on that paper? Harry? Expected to talk back to me.
Don't blame your fish. Your fish had nothing to do with your bad grade.
It has everything to do with my bad grades.
So, which you guys would think would be a better pet, a tarantula or a snake?
What kind of snake are we talking about?
I'm gonna give full freedom, any kind of snake.
Biblically speaking, tarantula.
Okay, Ira?
I'm going to go with snake.
We have tarantula, snake.
Are you going to be the libertarian of the group and ruin the debate?
Oh, wow. Okay, fine then.
I should explain. I'm not just a mean person. We were texting last night, and he put in a poll that said, and the group chat made it into a poll that said tarantula sweet or tarantula sour and spicy, and I said that's like the third party. That's like the libertarians coming in and trying to play with the big boys when they know that they have no chance at winning these elections.
Please don't comment mean political things. It's just Jared's views. We do not endorse Jared's views on this podcast.
Only I endorse my views.
Yes, he does. So, I guess I'll be the swing vote then. I kind of like not being on the losing side, because thinking back to the podcasts...
Oh, so
I feel
the
like I've
moment
conceded a lot.
you realize that one side clearly has the upper hand, then you're going to join it, huh?
Yeah, that'd be fun to do for once. Instead of just being like, oh, shoot, guess the debate's over.
Just going to jump on the boat when somebody else has already done all the work.
How many times have you been the swing vote, Ira? I don't know, because I should keep tally. But I don't think your hands are free from... I wouldn't say, you're red-handed. It's not like a blood metaphor here, but you're, hypocrisy-handed. You're hypocrisy-handed, my bro.
I don't know what you're talking
Your
about.
hands are not clean.
My hands are the purest in the room.
But are they as pure as the silk of a tarantula?
No, they're as pure as the scales of a snake.
Oh, interesting.
You know what the snake is metaphorical for in the Bible? Satan. Evil.
And you know what? More people are afraid of spiders than they are afraid of snakes. So,
Really? Do you have a statistic?
no, I just know from experience.
No real
I don't know,
statistic.
man. People are violently afraid of snakes in a way that I don't. I've never had a nightmare about a spider. I have nightmares about snakes.
I
I
I have met
told you
a
that.
you know
lot
who's
of
afraid of
people
snakes?
who
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Well, you know what?
Han Solo himself.
He's a bad archaeologist, so why should we believe his opinion?
Because he's got a cool fedora and he's in a Steven Spielberg movie. He's
Just-
got style.
Just because somebody's stylish doesn't mean they're right.
Oh yeah.
The
Look
Nazis
someone-
were very nicely dressed.
Okay.
And were they right?
Gandhi had that sweet robe going on, my dude.
Well, you know what? I thought the color gray was better than blue during the Civil War.
Did you? Are you
So-
siding with Confederates?
he's
No, I'm just
he's-
saying that just because people
he's
dress nice
sided-
doesn't mean that their opinions are right.
It sounds like he sided with the Nazis and the Confederates. There's a few hundred groups in this country right now that would love you right now.
No, I think he's saying that I was siding with both those groups because of my logic. That means I like Indiana Jones.
You know what? We'll go with that.
Okay. In that case, you would be right because you're the most stylishly dressed in the room. So I guess I shouldn't listen to you anymore.
They can't tell.
Ha!
Maybe, I mean,
By that-
for some people, I'm terribly dressed. I'm wearing a hat indoors.
We're all three wearing hats.
Yeah, but this is a baseball cap. Beanies are more acceptable.
Although by his logic that you can dress terrible and be smart shows that I still have some hope in this world. Although Ira, you did walk by my room the other day and you said, and I said, Ira, I cleaned my room, and he was like, I can't really tell. I was offended. I had to cry a little bit.
Good.
You just have to get
Your
more
tear-
stuff up off the ground, then he'll be able to tell.
Your tears just feed the black place that is my soul.
So, snakes and tarantulas.
Well, now I can see why you like snakes so much.
Oh, throwing shade. I don't think you've been making many pro tarantula arguments yet, Jerry.
You've just been kind of.
Well, some people would. One thing I can say about snakes is that people in some churches, they would misinterpret the Bible, which would make them think that they could hold snakes, and by faith they would not get bitten, but then they would get bitten and die. So that just goes to show you that snakes represent evil because they would misinterpret the Bible verse that says snakes are evil.
Yes,
even
but
though
that's a misinterpretation of what snakes actually are.
but
Snakes are just animals, and yet the Bible decides to take the time to target the poor things to be evil creatures when they're just
God did not.
nice health creatures for the environment. It's not their fault Satan decided to take their form.
God did not. God wasn't the one who made the snake tempt them.
I mean, God made everything, so if we want to follow that line of logic.
So,
We're delving into the
can we
risky
just point out,
theology here.
you have invalidated, or you've kind of put the label of invalid onto the term of. That sentence came out weird. You spited the Libertarian Party. You compared me to both Nazis and the Confederacy. And now you guys are debating whether or not God or the Bible unjustly accused snakes of evil.
I mean,
And then you brought in snake handling churches, and like,
So
You
should we,
guys are
get to
just
our,
finding
should we get to our actual topic?
that was the topic.
Oh,
Snakes and tarantulas. We're like halfway through the episode, you guys.
well, you see, tarantulas are cooler because you can hold them and it's less scary. Because a snake can just like strike you, and then
it depends on the kind of snake you have. Obviously, you're not going to want to hold a rattlesnake or a king cobra, but I don't know which other types of snakes are safer to hold.
Corn snakes.
There you go. See, not all snakes are immediately dangerous to humans. In fact, I have held a snake before, and it was very nice. It was also very heavy.
Yeah. Oh, was it one of those big yellow boys?
I forget. It was in the Philippines. It was at like a special zoo.
Cool.
in Harry Potter, the snake represents evil. Because
No, it represents Slytherin, and Slytherins are not necessarily evil. They're just kind of
all the bad
predisposed.
guys were Slytherin. All the negatively connotated characters were in Slytherin.
Yeah. All the negatively connotated characters were in Slytherin, but does that mean anything? That might just mean J.K. Rowling is unfairly targeting snakes.
Yeah.
Well, think
and
about
you
it.
know, and you know what? If we go to Lord of the Rings, every spider creature in Lord of the Rings is considered evil. The spiders of Mirkwood, Shelob, or Umagog and the rest of her children, who Shelob is a part of.
Although
They're all evil.
They do describe the dragons as being. Although the dragons are kind of just greedy. They're not like orcs or anything. They're not like they're not like part of Sauron's literal like destroy the world cult. Although Smaug does wipe out Lake Town.
I mean, I'm assuming they just hang out with the forces of evil for convenience sake, like
The spiders or the dragons?
Well, the dragons.
Okay, yeah. Although maybe that's even worse. They don't really have anything to live by except their own greed. So that's one knock against snakes.
I mean, then you're also trying to make a comparison between snakes and dragons, which is not the same thing.
The big old slither bellies.
I mean, yes, a lot of dragons are serpent-like.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they're exactly snakes.
Yeah, but the
I mean,
in Lord of the Rings
if we were
exactly.
debating dragons versus tarantulas, yes, I would want a dragon as a pet.
But
Oh.
but the tarantulas, I mean, it's not exactly like the Lord of the Rings spiders are exactly spiders. They're so big. And they talk.
Yes, but if we're going to be debating science, it's like the stuff not science fiction. I mean, in fantasy, between how they're represented, which is the whole point, which is the whole spiel of Jared's argument here.
What a
then
spiel.
Everyone has their own take on whether or not spiders are evil versus snakes are evil.
So, which one do you guys think would make a better pet?
Tarantula.
I still say snake.
So, I'm gonna try to take a knock against snakes here, which is that because of their cold-bloodedness, you have to put on that heat lamp. Do you have to do that for tarantulas? Also, tarantulas are hairy boys.
They're hairy boys.
They're hairy boys. How cute. Do you think snakes have hair?
You could
No.
No, they've got nice smooth scales instead of icky hair.
You could name a
It's not nice and
spider.
fluffy.
You could name
It's
a
spider
spider.
hair. It's not fluffy.
You could name a spider hairy, but you could not name a snake hairy.
You couldn't.
Why
do
would
that.
you want to name something hairy anyway?
Harry Potter.
It was a dumb name to begin with.
Wow.
Harry Osborn?
Slytherin.
Gotta get that James
I'm Ravenclaw.
Franco reference.
You Ravenclaw.
Yes.
You seem more like a Slytherin because you like snakes.
Just because I like snakes doesn't mean I'm Slytherin.
I did not think this
You're
much
you're stereotyping now.
I did not think this level of conflict would come up between
Harry spoke
Jared
snake, but he
and
was in
Ira.
Gryffindor.
Jared and Ira, of all people, are now in this dramatic fight.
I just like throwing shade.
So tarantulas make silk. That's pretty neato. I guess I'm just pro tarantula by now.
I mean, that's spider silk, and we still have no idea how to synthesize that. Well, in the meantime, spider venom has been used in the fight against cancer. Not snakes, not spider venom. Snake venom has been used in the fight against cancer. So, there.
Without tarantulas, without spiders at least, we wouldn't have the entertainment of when someone is walking off into the. It's a quote of Brian Regan joke. When someone's walking off into the distance, and then all of a sudden they hit a spider web, and they just start freaking out, and they're just like.
There are other kinds of spiders that make more webs than tarantulas do. Better webs than tarantulas do.
But they help provide.
They help provide. Do you guys have any extra points? Because we're going into the 15-minute stretch.
I do not have any other points. I'm not very passionate about this argument.
So
I mean, so long as you're careful, rattlesnakes, you get a nice rattle. Snakes.
all right. So I think what we learned is that we need Kyle to balance things out.
Kyle, we need him.
Yeah. So tarantulas win because that's where the swing vote went. Goodbye.
Yeah, sure, just do that. Why don't you?